In what areas of life do you need to set goals to be successful in 2019? You may have heard, fail to plan, plan to fail. Hi, I'm Dr. Elias Moitinho with Motivation and Growth. In this channel, I'll be motivating you with tips and life skills for you to grow in your life. If you are new to the channel, please consider subscribing. In this video, I'm going to share with you seven areas in your life you need to set goals to be successful in 2019. Let's get into it. I want you to be intentional about your goals. So I want you to write them down. Grab a notepad, grab a paper, grab a computer, whatever you need, because you may have heard goals that are not written are only wishes. The prophet said, write down the revelation. Let me give you a powerful tip that has helped me. As you come up with goals, write down the why. Why do you want to set this particular goal? When you have a why, it gives you purpose, it gives you motivation for you to strive towards the goal. I'm going to share with you a model that counselors use when working with people from a holistic perspective. The model is the biopsychosocial-spiritual approach. I know it's a big word. Let's walk through the model. Bio means biological, physical. So the focus is on the physical health. Psychological. It focuses on the mental processes of a person, the emotions, feelings, the thoughts, how the thoughts influence the feelings and the behavior. Biopsychosocial. Social means the relationships, the intimate relationships a person has, relationships with family, relationships with friends and peers. Biopsychosocial-spiritual. So spiritual focuses on the religious practices and spirituality of a person. For Christians, that's a very important part of life because it represents the relationship a person has with God. Another model that counselors use is the wellness model. The wellness model helps people make choices that promote a healthy lifestyle. According to the National Wellness Institute, there are 6 dimensions of life, 6 areas of life. Now, you may have heard, even watching videos on YouTube, about 7 areas of life, 8 areas, 9 areas of life. Well, I'm going to focus on 7 areas. These are areas that I have used in my work, and also I set my goals using those 7 areas every year, okay? So let's give you some examples of goals that you can set in those 7 areas of life. Obviously, we cannot presume upon the future, but planning is essential for a successful life. And I believe that careful planning puts you ahead in the long run. Here are the 7 areas we need to set goals in 2019. Physical, psychological, relational, financial, professional, recreational, and spiritual. So now let's look at some examples of possible goals for each area. Let's start with the physical. The physical area, here are some examples of goals you may consider setting for yourself. Get an annual physical examination. Another goal, especially if you want to improve your diet, is have an appointment with a nutritionist and set a diet plan that is specific for you. Well, if you want to get active, you may set a goal of walking 10 to 12,000 steps a day, for example. You may want to run a 5K, or you may want to sleep the recommended 7-8 hours of sleep a night. In the psychological area, I'm going to share 3 possible goals. One is to develop a growth mindset that replaces negative or self-defeating thoughts with reality-based and hope-inspiring thoughts. And also another goal could be to identify and share your emotions, your feelings in a healthy way, perhaps by journaling or by sharing with a trusting friend or even a trusting counselor. And a third goal could be very important for your mind, for your emotional well-being, is to develop a support network of at least 3 emotionally and spiritually strong friends. In terms of relational goals, you could set some goals like learn some communication skills or conflict resolution skills to help you in your relationships. You may learn to set specific boundaries for those more stressful relationships that you have. You may also set specific times to disengage from technology so that you may focus on the relationships that you have face to face. And also you may want to review your social media accounts to ensure that they are encouraging and that they look professional. In the financial area, there are several possible goals. You may want to set up a budget weekly or monthly. You may want to save, and then you need to state X specific amount of money by when, a specific time frame. You may want to invest the same way, specific amount of money by specific date. It might be December 31st, 2019. You may want to pay off, maybe it's debt that you want to pay off, or maybe you want to pay off your mortgage or want to pay off your car. Also, you may want to put X amount of money to your church or to charity or to help a family or friends or a shelter. And then you may have a big goal. Maybe it's to buy a house, maybe it's to buy a car, maybe it's to make an investment. So those are all possible important goals in the financial area. In the professional area, you may want to take a continuing education course to improve your skills. You may want to revise and update your resume, especially if you are planning to look for another job in 2019. You may make a career plan and you set goals that are short-term goals, maybe even 5-year goals, and long-term goals, looking at 10-year goals. Those are important goals for your professional area. For your recreational or leisure area of your life, you may plan and set a date to take a vacation and you choose the destination. Obviously, you need to plan also in your financial area for this vacation because you don't want to take a vacation and be in debt. You may also want to set a goal to have family nights, family game nights, maybe once a week. Make sure it's realistic for your family. You may want to engage in a hobby weekly, and you may want to also set times to spend with friends and have maybe fellowship, maybe party, maybe game nights, maybe once a month. See what is realistic and doable for you and your family. Then in the spiritual area of life, this is a central area. I believe this area influences all other areas of life. And for those who are Christians, you know we have the command to grow in our faith. So what are some goals that we may set for 2019? Well, you may want to set a goal of engage in meaningful worship experiences weekly. This is not simply attending church, but it's engaging in worship with your mind, with your heart, and with your whole self. Pray and meditate in God's Word every day. That's an important goal for you to grow in your life. You may also want to be actively engaged in your church, maybe in a small group, but also doing activities to reach out to people in the community and help other people. These might be some of the ideas for goals in 2019. Thank you for watching this video. And write in the comments below one of your big goals for 2019. Also, I would like to encourage you to like the video, share it with your friends, and be sure to subscribe.